Hey, happy spring, Virgo. Welcome to your March 2022 astrological forecast. Usually every year around this time, okay, like towards the end of February, into mid-March when planets move into Pisces, your opposite sign, okay. It could be like a little trying for you at times. Each sign has a high point of the year, which is when planets are in their own sign, and a low point of the year, which is when planets are in their opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Pisces. But there really isn't anything going on right now that would bother you too much. You know, the sun is in Pisces, so it will eventually oppose your sun in Virgo, or what other planets you have or placements in Virgo. And what that is it's just a tug of war between your energies, you know, the sun in Pisces and your natal sun. So a lot of times people just feel like tired, you know, depleted, or holding off on doing something that needs a lot of attention or energy. Okay, so, and that's actually what you should do, is you lay low until you have a better opportunity to do stuff. But right now, Jupiter is in Pisces, so it's opposing, again, your sun or whatever other planets or placements you have in Virgo. And this is a good thing. The only thing that this kind of opposition does, I believe that there are no bad aspects from Jupiter, which an opposition is like kind of like the worst aspect that you can have, along with other conjunctions and stuff. Okay, so anyways, it just makes you kind of go overboard in some way or other, you know, like overestimate your ability possibly to do something, or a lot of times this is like a physical thing too, where you decide you're going to take up some kind of sport or whatever, and you end up sore or getting hurt or something like that, you know. So you might make some kind of move or other, but you know, right now it's just Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, and the sun up until the 20th, and Mercury moves into Pisces on the 9th, and there's a new moon in Pisces on the 2nd. Where you have Pisces in your chart is your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships, like business, romantic, close friends. Okay, having Jupiter here opens up a lot of opportunities for you, though, to increase contacts with people, you know, make new partnerships or arrangements or agreements. Okay, 7th house is also like contracts of any kind. It's lawyers even. It's also the house of open enemies and competition. But having Jupiter here kind of acts as a bit of a buffer zone here. You know what I mean? So you don't get the full effect of anything actually that's going on right now. But I would have to say it's a lot of good that's happening in your life, especially in your close relationships. Okay, wherever the sun is transiting, that's where your focal point is. Whether you want it to be or not, you're just drawn to that area of your life. So if you have something that you would like to change right now, especially with Mercury being here, means there's an awful lot of conversations or contact or communications of some kind or other going on within a partnership. Okay, this would be the time to do something like that, especially the new moon on the 2nd, to begin a new way of doing something. It could be a new way of doing business, a new way of your partnership, let's say like in romance. Okay, I have to mention too, having Jupiter here like traditionally meant marriage, okay, in astrology, like, you know, whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to run out and get married, but a lot of times marriage is a partnership between two people that's a business marriage. You know, it doesn't have to be romantic, okay? So you could even get a lot more offers right now. You could have a lot like proposals of some kind. And again, doesn't always have to be romantic. Could be business related or a close friend, okay? possibly having a lot more contact with this person, or doing more with them, or starting some kind of even closer relationship, but like a confidant or something, that you begin with someone at this time, okay? But again, the new moon on the 2nd is the best time to start all of these things, okay? Now, there's a full moon on the 18th, okay, in your sign, in your first house. So we each get one full moon and one new moon a year. So this is your full moon. This is all full moons are the opportunity to, and even if it's not presented itself, it just seems to happen, kind of, even without you're doing it. It could possibly be out of your control, where you know, things come to the surface where they can be dealt with and done away with. That's what a full moon is for. Okay, so this would more than likely be taking place in your close relationships, because your first house is directly across from your 7th house. So there could be some kind of arrangement, agreement that you would like to break or change or alter in some way or other, you know. This would be the time, you know, you could begin something, let's say like on the 2nd, or someone could bring, you know, be the one that brings up the new beginning and you go along with it. But by the time you get to the full moon, you know, in your sign, it's not working out. It's not going the way you thought it would have gone. You don't like it. It's not working out for you. You're not benefiting in any way. So, you know, whatever. These things happen, but it's not like a very big deal right now, okay? So Venus and Mars are still traveling together. The first 5 days, they're still in Capricorn in your 5th house, okay, of romance and everything. You know, since last month, this area has been highlighted with a lot of planets here. So, and creativity, you know, that's what a lot of maybe these arrangements and agreements are about, okay? Creativity or romance, or even in regards to children, possibly, you know, that you have with your spouse, you know, something, possibly doing something different with them, even. But Venus and Mars move into Aquarius on the 6th, and they'll be traveling together to the end of the month into next month. So your 6th house, okay, where you have Aquarius, and actually Mercury just a little while, okay, up until the 8th before it moves into Pisces on the 9th. And then Saturn is still here, okay. 6th house is the workplace and the kind of work that you do. It's your co-workers, your work schedule, the physical place where you actually work. It's also your house of health and your house of service, okay? So having Saturn here, a lot of times as far as health goes, you may notice that you're like your own little barometer, okay? Your health is suddenly affected by the weather, changes in the weather. You know, even if you didn't have sinus problems or migraines or allergies, this is something that you could possibly develop since Saturn has been here, okay? You know, it's also just like your like preoccupation with your health, even, you know, trying to make sure that you are healthy, paying a lot more attention to like what you eat, your diet, you know, if you get any kind of exercise, you know, should you visit a doctor, you're like really taking care of yourself, okay? But Virgos usually do that anyway, you know, they're the big vitamin takers of the zodiac, okay? So you know, it's just that also, as far as the workplace goes, a lot of times there could be something going on if you are working in person in a building, you know, if you're working from home, that's one thing, but if you're working in a building, there could be something there that affects your health in some way or other. It could be the air quality. There could be something that's being pumped in through the air conditioner or heating unit could be all faulty, You know, you could be getting gassed slightly. Um, Anything. It could be like new carpeting that lets off a chemical smell. But if you just notice that when you're in the building, you feel really sick, but as soon as you go outside, you feel 10 times better. There's obviously something possibly going on here, and that's why you can truly say that work makes me sick, literally. Okay, so that's something to look out for too. And also, you could just have a real pain in the ass co-worker or boss, or some stupid policy that your company has brought into existence since Saturn has entered this area. So it's been here for a while already. So a lot of these things have already happened. I'm just reminding you though, because Mars being here makes you, wherever Mars is transiting in your chart, it makes you a little bit more energetic and even aggressive in going after something that you want. And if what you want is to change something, or you want things your way, you know, as far as work goes, maybe you want a different schedule, or maybe you want to work from home, or because you already were anyway. All kinds of things. You know, you have the ability to really make a lot of changes right now, and you may be up against someone who doesn't want to budge, that's all. But like, kind of in a way, neither will you. Having Venus here at the same time does make your like relationships with your co-workers very pleasant, you know. So Venus kind of like smooths over anything, any kind of action or statement that you might make that sounds like a bit aggressive, okay? Because like I said, they're traveling so close together that there are, like, the combination of the two is a passive aggressive kind of thing, you know what I mean? You could also, though, you know, having Venus here, there's also the you know, the romance that could possibly happen at work. You know, whether or not your company has a policy against that, you know, that's whatever. You may also be in charge for some reason or other of beautifying your surroundings at work, or in touch with people who enhance like your area or something, wherever it is that you work, okay? And even then, though, too, whatever kind of work that you do, if you do something in the beauty field, you know, it's just like taking another step up the ladder kind of success. Just having all of these things here right now really, I don't know, really helps you out. And I do have to say this one more thing, okay? Sixth house is also the house of service. I might have said this in the past already, but I'll put it here as a reminder, because this is, like I said, in a way, the low point of the year for you, so this may be more noticeable right now. Okay, the house of service is usually someone needing help in some way or other. They need a favor from you. So they approach you and ask you to do this and offer to do something for you in return, because I believe it's a 50-50 thing. It's not something that you can continue to do for someone and not get anything out of it. Okay, so they usually, hopefully, try to, you know, make up for it by doing something for you. So if you have an ongoing arrangement, excuse me, with someone, you may have only offered to do this thing for them. This could be a friend, a coworker, a family member, you know, where maybe you drive them somewhere, or you do shopping for them, or you watch their kids, or something or other, and then they do something for you. Okay, they may even pay you for it, but the thing is you may not have, you know, wanted this to be a permanent thing, and they are possibly relying on you a little bit too much, you know, and expect you to do it, I don't know, forever, till the end of time or something. So this would be one of those times of the year, especially around that new moon, as far as arrangements and agreements go, when I was talking about, you know, in your 7th house there, okay? This would be the time to revise that arrangement, You know what I mean? If you want out of it, now is the time to end it. Okay? The sun moves into Aries on the 20th, where you have Aries in your chart as your 8th house. Mercury moves here on the 27th because Mercury's moving really, really fast through Pisces. It moves in on the 9th to Pisces and moves out again on the 27th into Aries. So your 8th house is other people's resources and money, but it's also your partner's resources and money, and it's shared debt even. But it's shared property, shared bank accounts, credit cards, anything like that. So I really don't see too much, going on here. It's just that, something like that might come up in one of these conversations that you're having with a partner, okay, that, it could be beginning something, beginning a new way of dealing with money and debt, or your partner giving you access to whatever it is that they have, or a friend. A friend could be doing the same. It's just, money coming to you through means other than earning it. So Jupiter will be entering this area in May. So a lot of things are going to be opening up for you in this area. People or even organizations are going to be giving you access to money or help, anything. It could be, like I always say, like equipment or supplies or something or other, but that increases, okay? That kind of, right now with Jupiter in your 7th house of partners, you could be making a new friend even at this time. And when Jupiter moves into your 8th house, they like you so much, they share whatever it is that they have with you, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Virgo on the 16th and 17th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Pisces, and those dates are the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 29th, and 30th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for money is the 4th, 5th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for your career is the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So I'd like to thank my subscribers for your continued support and liking and sharing this video and commenting. If you're new to my channel and you do like this video, please subscribe and do the same, like and share. Also check out my, in the description box below, Ask Me a Question, which is for people who only want to know maybe one or two things about their chart. But if you would like to have your complete chart done or any other services, there's a link there to my website where you can get more information. And also check out my weekly forecast. So I will see you next week. Goodbye.